Well, just when you thought everything was cool and that the Trumpster was gone and we could get back to talking about normal things, fishing, girls, reading, whatever you happen to be in at the moment. I like all of them, by the way. Anyhow, now we have to worry about Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert and the rest of those whack jobs from QAnon. I mean, I can understand. I'm a conspiracy nut. Went, go back to the Kennedy assassination, where I don't think it was just one shooter. But and aliens have been walking amongst us for years. I'm that kind of guy, But I don't go sit in Congress or the Senate or anywhere else and start spouting off about it. I mean, we got this idiot that walks around thinking that Trump still won. Uh, she's threatened Democrats in the past with lynching. That's Marjorie Taylor Greene. I really don't have a lot of information on Lauren Boebert right at the moment. I will get some more before long, I'm sure. But QAnon is it just surprises me that people are so susceptible. I would think with all the claims of fake news and everything by the ex shithead that by now people would want to see some truth and not get themselves involved in fantasy and everything. I'm baffled by that. I'm baffled that they got elected with those views. I'm baffled that they're still talking. That at least Marjorie Taylor Greene is still talking about it and isn't having anything done, censured or whatever. I think if she stays there long enough, she'll probably get arrested for treason, or charged. If somebody will charge her with treason or subversion or something like that, and it will be a big scandal. And who knows what's going to happen? She's going to say she'll probably come out in a month or two and say she denies everything. She's what's the term? Rebuking or getting rid of QAnon. She no longer believes them. That's not going to mean anything. She believes it. I believe in letting young people take over the government, But then I look at these people who are rather young compared to what's in office, and I'm going like, wow, maybe we should keep the old cranky bastards there, These people are nuttier than a fruitcake. I don't know how you reason this solution. I mean, I guess if you don't know Trump and only know him from maybe him talking to you personally, or if your beliefs are similar to his, that America's falling by the wayside, and that there's a deep state and all that. There's always been rumors of a deep state. It goes back to, it's been the Masons have been accused of doing it for years. If you look at the dollar bill and the pyramid and everything else that's going on there, people have always talked about that for years. This is conspiracies like that are not new. Those theories. What's new is that these people are actually walking around bragging about it and being in political office. I think that's a little strange. I would think that there'd be more. What's the term? I can't think of a good term for that. But I think they would just be tired of fantasy. That there'd be more realism involved in politics. I mean, it sucks. It's a bunch of liars and everything, but let's keep the lies to something that's somewhat believable, or it's just when you cheat on your wife, you lie to her. I mean, something like that. This fantasy that they've dug up. That the Democrats were running a pedophile ring out of a pizza on some street across the street from the Capitol or something in Washington, D.C. I think that's a little far fetched. I don't know what Marjorie Taylor Greene has introduced something to do with impeachment to impeach Joe Biden, and I don't know. I mean, the guy's been there for a little over a week, and a week plus 6 days, 8 days. And you got something that you think he's done something that's impeachable. What? He gave DACA back. He's trying to improve civil rights. He got back in the climate program. I don't think those are impeachable offenses. What I think is disgusting is that they believe that it's an impeachable offense. that they believe that their president is right was rightfully legal when he ordered when he uh, got the riot started in the Capitol. The Republicans have lost all credibility in my eye. I mean, politicians don't have a lot of credibility in my eye, but the Republicans have lost whatever little bit of credibility they had. They've lost. I mean, uh, I mean, you say, well, what about Romney? I said, Romney's nothing but a backstabber. He's just turned around and he's trying to look out for himself. But like I say, if you know anything about Trump and his business dealings over the years, if you've followed his career, if you've seen it in the newspapers, or you've witnessed it firsthand, if you've talked to people that have been around him, or if you've ever been in one of his casinos and watched how they operate and everything like that as compared to the other casinos that were down there, and you'll understand a few things. Number one, you'll understand why they went bankrupt. Number two, you will understand that he's only in it for himself, that he doesn't care a rat's ass about you, Marjorie and your QAnon fellows. All you are is a means to his end. He doesn't believe he's right. It's not about him being right. It's about him having power. It's about him having the power to do whatever he thinks is possible. I mean, his problems right now are all legal problems that are of his own making. No conspiracy theories there, no nothing. He did this stuff. He got himself into debt. He's all screwed up. Let him figure a way out, If he's such a great businessman, maybe he'll do that, but I don't think he'll do it legally. And if you want to say that, well, we're going to get Ivanka to run for public office, well, you go ahead. I mean, his first wife, I would vote for. Anybody after that, the kids, anything like that, no, I don't want anything. Those are just mentally deficient individuals. I mean, they're traveling on his. They've learned about social interaction through him and his ego and his narcissism and whatnot. These people are not fit to govern anything. They're not fit to be garbage collectors. But I mean, like I said, his first wife was. I thought his first wife was the brains of the operation. I mean, she was brilliant. I think her name was Ivanka too. I'm not sure. But anyhow, she was, not only was she pretty, but she was highly intelligent. She managed to get money out of him. She managed to divorce and get come out ahead of the deal. She was smarter than he was. I just that's why I say, when you look at that family, it's deranged. It's a mess. Like I say, I've only met, the only member of the family I've ever met personally is his sister. Many years ago. She's still an active judge at the time, or had just been appointed a judge, and she didn't. I didn't ask her any questions about that. I just said hello, and that was pretty much it. I've seen Trump walk around in his actions, and you can tell by looking at him. He is. If you see him, I've never talked to him, never shook his hand, never got that close to him. But I mean, I've seen him at a distance in his casino or whatever. And he's an elitist. I mean, he's got no use for anybody. I don't think he likes people, which I've been accused of. I've been accused of not liking people. That's why I was a bartender for 30 years or something like that. I hated people, but I liked their money. I don't hate people. I prefer animals to people. Yeah, that's because the humans are too complex emotionally for me to deal with. So I'd rather deal with animals. They either like you or they don't. Simple. Not a lot of in-betweens, nothing else. They're either going to bite you or they're not. So I mean, if you've ever done that, if you ever watched him interact with other people and whatnot, when he's not on stage, when he's not performing, you know what I mean? When he's walking around, just walking around, going from one place to another, and he doesn't. There's no, like I said, in his casino, there was no cameras or anything on him. he's not a nice guy. He doesn't care. People are just a tool for him. I have a bunch of tools around me. I have wood burning tools and wood carving tools and photography tools and what have you, and fishing and stuff. They're tools. That's all you are to him. Um, if you don't agree with something he says, you're gone. I mean, Marjorie better get a hold of herself, because if she, for 1 second, disagrees with something that this asshole says, she's history. She's on the street looking for her next pimp. All right, listen. It is Thursday afternoon. I'm gonna get out of your hair, and it's hotter than you know what. I don't know whether you can tell, but I'm soaked. It's hotter than you know what down here, so I'm gonna go turn the fan on to high and get myself something cool to drink. I'll talk to you over the weekend. Ciao.